just said no spelling. Oh yeah,
AJ. She says you're not having a spelling test tomorrow. Why?
that's what she said.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be watching.
Excuse me. If you see me screaming deep in my mind, I'm only dreaming. If I wake up and you're not by my side, I feel like half of me is no longer alive. Silent love for your life. Thank you so much. How are you doing today, Black Conspiracy? What is that, AJ?
I'm watching Miss Young.
What are you doing?
I need to put my pants on.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. How old is your grandbaby?
Oh, we're gonna die. You cannot see her put on mascara at the same time.
Fine. You take
Today? Oh my God, look at those butterfly seat covers, AJ. You didn't even notice, did you? What you doing?
What?
The butterfly seat covers.
Oh!
I want to show you're watching. Rewind a little bit.
Oh! Wait, was that it?
Hey, Buckham Way. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Thank you for blessing my life. Hey, Sierra. Y'all, this salad is so good. You hear me?
Oh, I see it.
Oh, it's so good, y'all. It got so much stuff in it. Cranberries and pecans. And some lettuce and some spinach. And tomatoes and cucumbers. And ranch, wine, vinaigrette. And cheese and olives. And salad toppings. It's so good. Good, thank you. This is April. Hi, April. Thank you for blessing my life. You guys love on one another. How are y'all doing today? What's for dinner tonight? I'm eating a salad right now, but I'm actually making some barbecue baked chicken and some broccoli. What's wrong with that lady's face? Oh my God.
He did that because she was putting on makeup while driving. So she asked him to put it on and he made her look like a clown. That's what she did.
Ow! From the eye.
Hey, essentially Dawn. So y'all tell me how you doing today. Tell me about your day. Oh, Black Conspiracy, while you guys converse. I went to the park today and I was pushing my niece on a swing, and this older man walked up and he had like a small baby. And can you turn it down a little bit? AJ? I'm sorry. And he was pushing her on a swing in the little baby swing. And he was telling me how, well, I started talking to him first because the baby was just absolutely gorgeous. So he told me that she was 10 months old. And then he started telling me that she was his, I thought maybe she might have been his grandfather, but she said he was her great uncle. He said it's his brother's daughter's daughter. And that him and his wife are fostering the baby right now, but they're attempting to adopt the baby. And he started telling me about how she was on drugs real bad, and the dad was on drugs real bad, and everything, and how this 10-month-old baby had already been in foster care. And I was like, "Are you serious? A 10-month-old already been in foster care? That is crazy." That's right, Miss Dawn. Work, work, work. It's a lot. It's a lot. But you probably working. You been working since this morning, girl? Y'all, this salad is so good, y'all. I wonder why all those police are outside. Because what's going on out here? It looks like they're looking for somebody. There are a lot of police outside, like a bunch. No.
This famous experiment. You're a kid. Okay. Put in your blood.
Who loves cold water? Lana loves cold water. Is it true? Mm-hmm. I do. Ooh. How many of y'all know what that's from? Yeah, I just got off work not too long ago. Was with you this morning as I was getting ready for work. I know. Thank you so much. I don't even know if I saw you. Did I see you come in? Yeah, you did. You said you were getting ready for work. There were a lot of people getting ready for work this morning. Hey, hun, saw you on live. Wanted to show love, but I gotta get ready for bed. Work early. Thank you, Addie Natural. I really enjoyed your question and answer video today. I thought it was so cute. When you fast forwarded the video, I thought that was really, really clever. And you were like, wait a minute, did you just fast forward this video? Don't try to play me. I thought that was dope. Hi, Ichi Guru. Thank you for blessing my life. What are you guys up to tonight? I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this whole salad. I always make my salad too big, but it's always an accident. I know I have bad camera quality, but it is what it is. But I just thought that was so sad. I thought it was so sad how a 10-month-old had already been in foster care. Like both of her parents are on drugs. And then he said that they actually fought the grandmother for custody of her because the grandmother was kind of like, she wasn't really good to the kids and she was just really trying to get money out of them. I don't know how true this is. This is what the man told me. But that him and his wife went to court to fight custody, and so they got her as a foster child now. But his wife wants to adopt her. And when I tell y'all, this little girl, oh my gosh, when I say, I know I love kids. When I saw her, she just melted my heart. And just to think like this young 10-month-old has already been in foster care. She's getting passed around from person to person, right? With no way to control her situation, no way to defend herself if something bad happens to her, no way to verbalize or communicate about her experience, just being passed at 10 months. And he said that there are 4 of them in all. I think the grandmother has the oldest, and then the dad has 2 boys. Their dad has them. And then they ended up with the little girl. So that's like the whole entire situation is so sad because it's like all of them and the siblings, they're all just broken apart. You know what I mean? And it's just sad. It's so sad. And you know when that kind of stuff happens, oh, hey, Tay Official TV. Thank you for blessing my life. When stuff like that happens, it's sad because the siblings end up having a disconnect from one another. And it's really hard to get that back when you get older. Well, not even get it back. Well, I can say get it, I don't know. But it's hard to get that and build that bond and that relationship so later on in life. Like, it's hard. Barry said, hey, G family, thank you for blessing my life. You guys make sure you love on one another. Please, please, please hit the like, please. But yeah, it was sad. It was real sad. He was talking about the other kids being with somebody else. Can y'all imagine when they get older? When those kids get older? I don't know if y'all have siblings, but my mom has 7 kids. And my dad I have another sister. My dad remarried and had a daughter. I have another sister. So there are a bunch of us. And I know that even within our household, we have some disconnects, even though we were raised in the same house. But you know, because of like emotional issues, I feel like when parents, if you're not whole before you make any decision, especially involving yourself with another human being in whatever way, then you kind of sort of expect that relationship to fill a void because you know you lack something. And it's really sad because you got kids out here siblings or parents who have this disconnect with reality. They're on like an emotional roller coaster. And you know how sometimes people say, how can 3 or 4 kids get raised in the same household but turn out completely different? You know, I've seen parents that are on like emotional roller coasters. And if you have a kid, if you're raising a kid when you're here, and then as opposed to raising a kid when you're here, they may turn out different. They may not turn out the same. So I know, like in my household, I believe that's why we had a lot of differences, because my mother, my grandmother, my dad, you know, it was just a bunch of, the grown-ups had their own issues and they were unstable mentally. So it made us have a rocky foundation mentally too, because something is, it made us have a rocky foundation too, because they weren't even ready in the beginning, in the first place. It's 7 of us too. Yes. I have 3 older brothers, birth father side, and I'm my mom's only child. How do you like being the only child on your mom's side, Tay Official? Yes, absolutely. 7. And I understand the personality difference, but like you can literally see like the difference in us. Like you can group us, the 7 of us, into categories. And it's crazy because like you can see the differences in us based on where my mother was mentally when she raised us. Like you can literally see the difference. I can almost point out a huge mental issue in each one of us, and I can probably specifically tell you what my mama did to make that person have that one specific, or not what my mama did, well, what she did, what she didn't do, what my father did, what he didn't do, grandma didn't do. I thought I saw somebody. But yeah, like I can probably point that out for you. Like, you know, some of the abandonment issues that some of us have, neglect. It's like almost, and I can probably point out a separate issue that each one of us has, and how or why. Like it's obvious now, it's evident. As a parent, I see that now, and I could kind of go back now and think about my mom too and what they went through. I know it has to be hard being mentally unstable trying to raise some kids. Let's see. I don't have any siblings. Do you mean you don't have any Oh, I feel where you're okay. I go okay. I'm an only child. They are irrelevant and non-existent to me. Oh wow, okay. You said that was some passion. Girl, you got things in all caps. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. I hate to hear that kind of stuff. These kids had me all over the place, so I had to hop off. Back now. Hey! Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that too, Ted Fisher. I mean, me and my siblings, we go through things. I understand too, it's on your dad's side. So I mean, maybe y'all didn't grow up together. But me and my siblings, we have some disconnects. And it's weird, like my older sister and my youngest sister. You know, it's like it's weird. Like we're just completely different mentally. Not even our choices and decisions, but the logic behind our choices and decisions. We don't even think the same. I don't even think we think the same things are right, like right from wrong. You know what I mean? Like there are people that don't agree with you about what things are right or wrong. Like, and I think that comes from the parents, you know, being mentally unstable and not being able to provide you with any kind of mental stability. Um, hey, Miss Melissa, how you doing today? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How you doing, Miss Melissa? Family heart. I'm the youngest of three older boys. Great relationship with my brothers. But ooh, let's talk about those sisters-in-laws. Okay, fine. Just 2 of the 3, but still. And those are your sisters in love. So one of them is all right then. One of them, she all right. But the other two, this is not the same at all because it was just my friend. But I had a really close friend. We were friends since middle school. Oh, please like, share, and comment. I'm in a janky mood today. Don't feel like talking about it. Boundaries was upset and it pissed somebody off. Well, you don't got to talk about it until you get ready, Miss Melissa. I hope you feel better. And I'm sending some peace to you through Wi-Fi. But what? No, I'm about to be done. You can do it yourself. Do that yourself. Just take the thing off. Put the water up to the line. Take the pack of cheese out. Put it in the microwave. I'm sorry. I started cooking late. I said, I'm sorry I started cooking late. Hey, Glow Mommy. Hey, moving on up. How are you doing? Hey, Chi-Town Scratcher. Put it in the microwave. Push 3. Yeah, but I'm doing good. How are you? Did we win big yet? What's going on? It's messed up, especially you close to your brothers. It would have been nice to have good sisters-in-law. It really would. But I had a friend, right? We were friends since middle school. From middle school, went to high school, graduated from college. I got married. He got married. But his wife, there was something about your girl. I don't know what it was. I promise you guys, I tried to think of everything. I know some girls, she said up front that she was jealous. She didn't like her boyfriends to have female friends. But she also mentioned that she used to date hustlers. And so, a lot of times they gave her a reason to not trust them. But my friend is the complete opposite of that. He's a good guy. And well, I mean, however you look at that, whatever. But anyway, so they got married. As soon as they got married, well, he got married first. As soon as he got married, I would not even call him after 8:30. Like, I am big on boundaries. I'm big on overstepping my boundaries when it comes to relationships, when it comes to people's children, stuff like that. I will fall back so fast about certain things. And so, once he got married, I felt like, I don't want to be calling him after 9 o'clock and stuff like that. He has a whole wife and everything. And I didn't call him so much anymore. I wouldn't call him like I used to call him. We used to talk early in the morning, 6, 7 o'clock sometimes. And I stopped calling him early in the morning, just to be respectful of his marriage. Now, let me just say this real quick. Your channel is growing, girl. I don't even know. I think they said I got 297. I need to check. Thank you, Addie. How are you, honey? What are you doing for your 300 friend celebration? I don't know what people do. What do people do? I have no idea. What do they do? But yeah, that's the respectful thing to do. So that's what I said I would do. Now let me just throw this in real quick. My friend joined the military and went to basic training and met this girl at basic training, and then they ended up going to the same is AIT, I think, or tech school. Tech school. They went to the same tech school. And then when they were getting their orders, they realized they started dating. The first month they were dating, they started talking about getting engaged because you already know, like when it's a lot of people that end up in basic, and I guess they fall in love real quick while they're in basic training and don't want to get separated. So after a month, they were talking about getting engaged. And I remember I was like, you sure about that? Because it's kind of early. Then after 3 months, they were engaged, and after 6 months of knowing each other, they were married. So you can understand what, baby? Put the cheese in it and get you a spoon. You can put a little bit of salt and pepper if you want to. I put butter, a little bit of milk in mine. You gotta do all that. But yeah, so you know, it was like we didn't really even it's showing you have 294. Okay. Hey Jeannie in the bottle. It was so good coming over to see you today. How are you? Thank you for blessing my life. No, I think they're on their own live right now. We can turn them on the phone or on the TV. So you can turn them on the TV. You want to. But yeah, so they got married real fast, but I didn't care about none of that. The fact that that was his wife now, that's all I cared about. So you know, I tried to play my part and fall back, but I didn't. There really was no comfort zone for this woman as far as I was concerned. Our relationship, she did not believe for 1 second that we were platonic friends, and that's it. That's all. And on the outside looking in, if I was kind of insecure, I would feel the same way because, you know, we've been friends for a long time, never kissed, never held hands. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that ever. I was very close to his father, his mama, you know, close to his grandma. We were just very close. That's it. That's all. And, you know, his family kind of took me under their wing when I was in school too. If I had like doctor's appointments and stuff, you know, his mom would take me, and then okay, babe, I'm gonna go now. I was telling me, okay, get you some rest. Thank you so much for blessing my life. Oh, how old is your son? He is 8 years old. Thank you so much. Tony. Hey, Tony. Let's see. Hey, it's wait, 8 or 9. Wait, I forgot. Rubber day. Oh, maybe talking to somebody else. I'm back. I was driving. All right, young dirty sprite. Don't you hurt yourself out there now. Good night, Eddie Natural. Thank you for blessing my life, sweetheart. I appreciate it. So you can put a little bit of salt and pepper if you want to. But yeah, so it was no like falling back enough for me. When I went to college, his mom, she was the first person that took me grocery shopping, you know, if I needed anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I even stayed with her at one point when he wasn't even living there anymore. And so our relationship alone, she didn't like it at all. Like she said, I don't like that you're that close to a female that is not blood related to you. So I was like, well, you know, you gotta listen to your wife. Like I don't really know. But he tried for a really long time. How old is AJ? He is 8 years old. 8 years old. But I didn't really care about none of that. I was just like, you need to figure this thing out. So he tried for a really long time to kind of balance out. Ella was saying, I'm doing a hair giveaway at 1K. Let's talk about bacon for a bit. Yeah, I'm about to cook some bacon anyway because I'm about to make some bacon broccoli. But yeah, my friends, she did not care. She didn't care. She didn't want me around at all. And no matter, I mean, he tried to maintain our friendship, his marriage. They both asked me to be the godmother of their son. But it just seemed like, I believe she tried. But I think she was just so insecure. It didn't work out. Like, I believe she tried. But I think my personality was just too overwhelming for her. She used to talk about my weight a lot and her own weight. So that it was evident she had some insecurities about her weight because she was much bigger than me. And then, you know, other things. And we've had conversations before. And she told me, like, it's not, were you a communications major in school? I was not. No, they tried to get me to public speaking college. I was like, y'all get out of here, y'all crazy. I ain't getting in front of nobody talking. No, absolutely not. Nope. But I should go back to school for mass comm probably. Where we at, Glow? Oh, okay. I thought you. Anybody got any goals for today? I try to ask about today, not like the whole thing, but anybody got any goals today? Drop it down below. Anybody want to put a link? Drop it down below. Yes, but don't use a bunch of that. That pepper is real fine, and you gonna mess around it. Where's the what? Turn the TV down. Why is the TV so loud? Huh? Yeah, but neither can I. Can hear myself, so you gotta turn it down.
Safety issue with that. I'm afraid I can't tell you, Miss Walker. Top level.
That's not enough. Oh, this ain't even open. Okay, let me open.
No, this is for 30% of your time rate. So
You want to come say hey to the live? Butterfly Jewels, what's your goal with your channel? You already know I'm going to support you regardless. I'm just wondering. She has the gift of gab in a good way. Thank you.
You've been up here for 25 minutes.
How is your Facebook group going? My Facebook group is going. I mean, it's going at. I don't know. I don't know how to answer. I would like more participation or more people to come in, but I appreciate the participation I have already. I have 21 members in my group, and they say, "Hey, baby."
Excuse me. I want salty.
It's on the counter, baby. Did you look? Did you actually look?
Yeah.
Or did you just see? You know, you look. I didn't see it. Did you look for it?
No.
It's on the counter right there. You don't need to put the salt in it. I need to put the salt in it. Because otherwise. Bring it over her. Have all of y'all seen me and AJ's handshake? Oh, shoot. I'm going to show y'all the handshake.
Thanks.
How you got $50?
There you go.
You only in high school, so $50.
Stir that up really good. And put this back in there. Okay, so hi, Arthur Sheila D. Thank you. I'm sorry that I speak to you. Shot Town does not apologize. Hey, AJ, hi. But yeah, so that's how that happened. And when I tell you guys, my feelings were so hurt, okay, because we really were like family, like for real, like when he first got married. I remember when he got married, his mom called me and I was in college, and she was like crying, bawling, crying. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's going on? And she told me to sit down. She was like, please sit down. So I'm thinking somebody got hurt. Like, I didn't know what was going on. So I sat down and she was like, such and such got married. And she was just crying. And I'm like, that's it? Like, that's all? But it was because when she called me crying, I thought it was something worse. So when she mentioned he got married, I was like, it's been like 5 months. What you mean he got married? Everyone was mad. His mom was mad. His grandma was mad. I called him and I was crying. I was like, how can you not tell me that you're going to oh shoot. Huh?
They stirred up some more.
By the way, are you calling all
What?
I can taste
Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. You taste what?
I'm getting them company.
You'll keep them company?
Well, no.
Hey guys.
Tell me keep company talking.
I'm gonna keep you company until my mom gets back.
You guys.
I eat some macaroni.
Excuse me. If you see me dreaming, deep in my mind,
Excuse me.
if I wake up and you're love by my side, I feel like
Good.
it's no longer
I'm doing good.
Plagiarism. They have this wonderful new program called I Compare. That coordinates
Will you listen to my song?
no sources on the internet. It could have been a coincidence 47 times. I'm afraid the odds are not. Hey, I'm sorry. I ran out of time. I didn't know what else to do. Usually I would have to report this.
Thank you.
But I think in this case, 1 week suspension. I can do better than that. 1 month. No internet, no allowance, no phone, no video games, and no car.
That's a lot of punishment, ain't it, that poor guy?
He needs.
Can't do nothing again.
He needs to stop pranking people, and he needs to stop lying all the time.
You gonna get a punishment, won't you?
Yep.
I want your new assignment on my desk.
They told you that you couldn't do it because you're washed up.
Or
Ain't like them bad girls said you should get your sauce up.
Can somebody tell Kalani and Goddess to come?
But I got this plan and you might not understand. I'ma go hard as I can. And I'ma be the boss of it. Get out my spot.
Bye, guys.
It's my channel. Can't take that from me. Let's see. AJ, that mac and cheese look delish. Are you sharing? I know I told him that, Melissa. He keep on asking about lying in the goddess. They live. I told him that he can pull them up on the thing if he wants to. I can see if I can pull them up on my Obama phone. Trump been in his feelings lately. That's how I know my Obama phone ain't been working right.
I gotta go see you tomorrow.
Somebody asked me something earlier. Hold on one second. Dinner time for us. Since my phone isn't going to the table, I'll turn the volume down. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hold on. Somebody. Okay. Family Heart said, Butterfly Jewel, what's your goal with your channel? You already know I'm going to support you regardless. I'm just wondering. Family Heart, that is a really, really good question because I have no idea. All I know is that God wants me to speak. That's all I know. And other than that, I have no clue. I have goals and dreams. I want to expound upon this. Thank you so much, Selena. You be messing with my Obama phone, Tony. I know it be him. But I don't really know. I know it. I just want to reach people. Like that's all I care about. And I can just really see this thing growing really, really big. And I used to be afraid of failure. Now I'm a little bit scared of success. Have y'all ever had that feeling before? Like when you really understand that something is possible, and you're like, my whole life can change. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. And I understand that now. And so it's kind of scary a little bit knowing that I'm gonna be blessed that way. But I'm just trusting the process and allowing it to happen organically. So if that's a book that I write, I would love to write. I want everybody to write. So I can't push people to write a book and share their story. Well, I guess I am sharing my story, but I think we should have a book, all of us, everyone, even if it's just for you. You know what I mean? So I know I want to do books, and I would love to be a motivational speaker.
Do you ever feel, because when you go to bed at night and you have a bad dream and you can't say nothing?
What did you say?
When you ever go to bed,
Are you asking me if they ever experienced sleep paralysis?
No. When you go to bed and you're sleeping and you're having a bad dream, but when you're having a bad dream, you try to say like this, and you can't say nothing.
In the dream, in the nightmare? Where you can't talk? Hi, Eminem. Thank you for blessing my life. Night terror. He says a night terror. He said he's so cute. Yeah. Have all of y'all seen our secret handshake? It might not be a secret. Come here, AJ. We gotta show them. Yeah, this thing. You shouldn't have came over here. You ain't doing it right. You so wag. Why you so wag? Oh my gosh. You so crazy. Come here. You so crazy. You think I should write, Miss Sheila? I write stuff down sometimes, but I'm gonna okay. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this story, right? I'm gonna tell y'all this story that I have, and I'm not gonna tell. I don't mind that it's not on paper and I didn't write it yet or whatever. It doesn't matter because even if somebody tried to steal my idea, they couldn't do it like I do. But I want to tell y'all this story that I came up with. Do y'all want to hear my story first of all? Because I'm not about to tell my story if y'all don't want to hear the story I made up. AJ, can you give me some more water? Yes, I love water. It's so good. AJ, can you please go get me some more H2O?
Okay, H2O on the
This is some high quality H2O. Don't hurt yourself. If you fall and hurt yourself, I'm gonna beat you. Do y'all want to hear my story? I'm not telling y'all my story. It's called Angel Cry. Y'all want to hear it? AJ, I don't want hot water. I want some cold water. Can you please get me some cold water out the fridge? What's wrong with you? Oh, you're waiting. Okay, Miss Sheila, you the only one that.
Just say you were gonna to them, and then you just say y'all want to hear.
No, I said if nobody wants to hear it, I'm not going to. That's what I said. Oh, bring me the one that's warm too, because I got a little bit of ice in this bottle that I can transfer the warm water to the. Okay, so I have this. Yeah. Bring me the other one. So I have this couple, right? And you guys gonna have to help me with this story, okay? Y'all gonna have to help me and give me ideas so we can expound upon this thing, okay? But don't ask me for any royalties later, because then I don't even know you. I'm just playing. But listen, so we have this couple, right? They're a young married couple, and they've been married for 1 year, and she's pregnant. The woman is pregnant, right? So for their 1 year anniversary, and I think I'm gonna say she might be like 8 months pregnant, and they are celebrating their 1 year wedding anniversary, and so the husband, who y'all got to give me some names for the husband and the wife because I don't really know yet. But husband, he feels like he tells his wife, hey babe, why don't we go out somewhere tonight? Since you've been pregnant, we haven't really been able to go out like that much, and we're gonna be parents soon, so why don't we go out and have a good time before the baby is born? Just one good time because we're gonna be busy after a while. So she's like, okay, that's cool. Donnell, we got Donnell. All right, what else y'all got? So Donnell, he has a pickup truck, and his pickup truck is very Marvin or Keith. Marvin, Keith, or AJ. Marvin, Keith, or Donnell. Which name do you like? Marvin. All right. So AJ said Marvin. So we're gonna do Marvin. So Marvin has an old pickup truck of his father's that his father passed down to him. A few years when he turned 18 years old, his dad gave it to him. It was a pickup truck his dad had, and it was in really good condition, real pristine condition, old pickup truck. And he would only drive this truck on special occasions. He watching your live in the iHeartRadio Awards. Thank you so much. He would only drive this truck on special occasion, and he held this truck very dear to his heart because his daddy gave him this truck, and his father and him have a very complicated relationship because his father used to be an alcoholic, and when he was younger, and of course, that placed limitations on him being able to parent his son in a healthy way. So he missed out on a lot of things growing up, and his father wasn't really there. So either way, though, he has this void, and he has this feeling of acceptance that he wants from his dad. So when his dad gives him this truck, he takes really good care. This is like his toy. He loves this truck. Don't play around with his pickup truck. So they decide to go get in the pickup truck and go out to dinner that night while she's pregnant for their one year anniversary. And they go to dinner, and then hold on, I can't talk at the same time. Okay. So they go to dinner, they have a really, really good time. When they leave dinner on the way back home, they're driving down the road, and as they come to an intersection and they stop at the light, and then as they get ready to go through the light, before you know it, a vehicle smashes into the side of the pickup truck, and it spins in the road, and then it rolls into some grass. And at this point, now I'm not sure I think I want the husband to be driving, right, and the wife on the passenger side, but it slowly going to a halt. And the wife, we need a name for the wife, y'all. We don't have a name for the wife. Miss Sheila, you pick the wife's name. I need her name. Marvin and who? Marvin and Linda? That don't sound right. Marvin and Sheila. Let's name her Sheila. I like that name. Marvin and Sheila. That goes good together. Marvin and Linda. Kari. I like that though. That's nice, Kari. Linda. So we're gonna do Marvin and I said Linda at first. Listen, Linda. Linda, listen. So we're gonna say Marvin and Linda for right now. So Linda, she feels the car is going slow. She starts to smell stuff from the truck. She's not really familiar with the fluids that go into a truck, but she can smell antifreeze. And she knows something up with the radiator. She can smell the tires. She can smell rubber from the tires burning and stuff. And as she looks over, she notices that her husband is unconscious. And she's weak, and she's like, she sees blood. She doesn't know where it's coming from. She feels numb, and she's trying to wake her husband up and get his attention. But he's not moving. And as she looks, she sees the airbags have deployed and stuff, and she sees glass shattered all over the place. And then she notices that her husband's hand is sitting on her belly, as the same place her stomach is. So basically, when they got into the wreck, they both chose to protect the child, the unborn baby. So that's that. Boom, cut that short, done. That's it. That's that. That's the beginning. As a matter of fact, when I first told this story to somebody, you didn't even know. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yes. I'd like to speak to Mr. Larry Bolton.
I'm sorry. One second, y'all.
My name is Kevin Shepard. Regarding my game, Big Fat Liar, which he stole from me. Hello? Kevin, you called 4 times already. Give it up. No, not until I talk to Wolf.
I'm so sorry. Hold on one second. Okay. All right. So when I first told this story, I told everything about the anniversary and everything first, and you didn't even know she was pregnant until when it was closing, and he had his hand on her stomach. Now, fast forward 5 years later. Okay. Now, fast forward 5 years later, and there are the main characters involved in the story are the parents. She was a Marvin and Linda, and then they have a 5-year-old daughter, 5-year-old daughter named Miracle, right? Which is very cliche. Okay, I understand that, but just bear with me. So her name is Miracle. 5 years later, after the wreck, they have a 5-year-old daughter named Miracle. I'm pretty sure why you guys can guess why her name is Miracle. It's pretty obvious, right? So there are another main character is her mother, and then another main character is an old man who runs like a thrift store, like an old furniture store. And he used to be married, but his wife died a long time ago. And they met him for their first anniversary. He took her to this old furniture store and bought her a couch. Now, when they first got married, they didn't have much money. And when they first moved into the house, they didn't have any furniture. So he felt like this couch, this recliner, it was special. He wanted to get her something because she was a queen. He wanted her to have something to sit, a throne to sit on. Turn that TV down some, AJ. And he bought this couch. And they still had the same couch even 5 years later. And they still had this relationship with this man that they met that owns this store. Okay, thank you. AJ, come here, look now. Look now, come here. You happy now? Come see who just got in the line. Who you think it is?
The Lion and the Goddess. Yay!
What's that?
Who is it? What up?
Jewel. It's probably lying, calling me Jewel.
There he is.
Yo. So I'll do what you said, Miss Sheila. So this story, okay, so now they have a 5-year-old daughter named Miracle, and they've been married for 5 years now. And what's going on now, 5 years later, is now the husband is an alcoholic, and the mother is going through some serious spiritual warfare, and both of them are neglecting each other, neglecting the marriage, and neglecting listen, when I went live, and then I saw you go live a little while later. And then I think that's Goddess agent.
Hold on, I still want to.
Lord, them 2 foxes. Hold on, let me do it. I don't know why this is so big. Why does it look like that?
Cause
How to get over to the side like this, AJ?
I don't know.
You did it.
Hold on, I know how to take it off. I just need.
Stop. No, because stop. If we can figure out how to pull this back.
I know how. If you let me put the thing down first. Oh, now I can't do the emoji.
Why can't you?
Because you just found the emoji thing.
Well, why isn't it big like it was? No, I saw you went live, Goddess, shortly after I did, and when I went live, AJ came on here and was like, "Is a lion and a goddess up here?" So rude. So rude. I know. I said the same thing. I was like, darn it, I wanted to come into your live. AJ, watch out. Because this ain't working. How did you even get it to come over here like this? Now I can't see my messages. What did you do? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I am mad because I don't know what to do. That's because you can't undo what you did. Anyway, so let me finish my story, okay? So now 5 years later, they're neglecting themselves, neglecting their marriage, and they're also neglecting their 5-year-old daughter named Miracle, okay? So now the husband, he ain't going to church at all no more. Like they used to go to church together. He ain't going to church at all no more. He's done with it, over and done with it. He going to the bar, honey. He get him something to drink. He is battling some serious demons. 5 years, even 5 years after this accident they were in. And then the mom, she's going through some serious spiritual warfare. She's having this love-hate relationship with God. She don't know if she want to be in church or be home. She's feeling convicted and doesn't know what to do about her husband. At one point, she even thought he was cheating on her. But really, girl, he was just really out getting himself a little drinky drink after work, okay? He was coming home until like 7 o'clock in the morning some days, just neglecting their daughter. And then she'd be so worried about what he doing, and she not even thinking about their child. So little Miss Miracle is just left all to herself, all alone, to play with herself and just, do things alone. So what ends up happening is the mother starts to be concerned because Miracle starts to become antisocial. She doesn't want to speak. She doesn't really want to talk. She doesn't communicate much at all. And they're trying to get her to communicate more, but they can't figure out how. Well, at least the mom can't figure out how. So she goes to her mother to try to get some advice and figure out what's going on. And her mom is basically telling her, maybe you guys need to take her to church. And, the mom is like, whoa, I don't know if I want to go to church. You know what I'm saying? Last time I went in there, I got into a bad car accident. I was pregnant and it was just terrible. Okay. So how do we do this without having to go to church? She was not trying to hear that. Okay. In the meantime, in between time, Marvin, okay, is going to the old furniture store we need a name for the old man and we need a name for grandma. Okay. We can just call grandma. But the old man that owns the furniture store, in the meantime, in between time, Marvin is going to the furniture store, confiding in this man, trying to get some help, some clarity on what's going on with him. All right. Now, Marvin's daddy ain't dead. Okay. His daddy is still living, but they have a very strange relationship because of the alcoholism. And if y'all remember what I told y'all, they had a strange relationship because of alcohol. But now Marvin is drinking. Okay. Like a fish. She's drinking. All right. So grandma tells mom, Linda, that she needs to start taking Miracle to church, and she ain't really trying to hear that. So mom, Linda, she chooses to do it her own way, and she decides to take Miracle to therapy, okay? So they go into therapy, and after they leave therapy, the therapist asks the mom, does she know anything about Kiki? And so the mom was like, well, who is Kiki? I don't know about no Kiki. And then Miracle, he tells the mom, you need to ask Miracle about Kiki. So the mom she never asked her daughter about Kiki. Oh, no, she did, but she never answered her. She never gave her a clear answer. Well, one day the mom was walking down the hallway and she noticed that Miracle was standing in front of the mirror having a full-blown conversation. So she walks into the room and she asked her, who is she talking to? And she didn't answer. And the mom asked her, was she talking to Kiki? And then Miracle turned around and looked at her like, how do you know who Kiki is? How do you know about Kiki? Because I didn't tell you about her. And so the mom, listening to the therapist, decides to engage in conversation with her because the therapist knows that she has an imaginary friend named Kiki. But she never told her mom and them because they don't listen. Okay, they don't listen. So she didn't tell them. She didn't develop a whole imaginary friend now because she'd been by herself the whole time. So she didn't develop a whole imaginary friend named Kiki. And her nickname is Fifi. Okay, so Kiki and Fifi then became friends. And the therapist told the mama that maybe you should ask her about her imaginary friend, engage with her in conversation so that you can show her that things that are important to her are important to you. Talk to her about something that is of value to her. So the mom, she tries to do this. And so she starts asking Miracle about Kiki. She tells her that Kiki is brown like her, because my characters are going to be brown. She was brown like her. And that she had the same kind of hair, but she liked to wear hers in ponytails, while Miracle liked to wear hers straight. She's a little bit taller than me.
Yes. Are you talking about Harmony and Ron?
No.
I actually worried about this one.
I'm talking about my book, Angel Cover. Remember?
No, I think this.
Yes, you do remember. Yes, don't come over here with the lies. Don't come over here with the lies. Go on with that. Go ahead. So anyway, I can't even see. Y'all, listen, I don't even know what AJ did.
You did
No, I cannot. No, I did not, Anthony. This whole thing was all the way over here before you came over here messing with stuff. I didn't have this.
I know what to do.
No, I don't want you messing with a thing. Is what I want you to leave it alone.
Okay.
I just don't understand how to get back.
I was gonna tell you, but do you want to know?
No, I don't want you to tell me nothing.
There, now you know.
You better stop getting so smart with me before you get your behind embarrassed on this camera. Don't play with me. Okay, I want to be in your live too. And guys, I know I'm late, but AJ broke the thing and I couldn't see your comments. Messing with him. Doggone.
Actually, real quick.
No. You can see, you see with your eyes.
No, I need to.
Oh, you not need to do anything. Absolutely nothing. What I say?
I was gonna ask you to do something.
To write something?
No.
To do what? You better stop with that whining. To do what?
I was gonna ask you to go to that thing.
To go to what?
Last, go to the screen over.
No, I don't want to go to anything. I want to leave it like it is, right here like this. This is how I want it. Is that fine with you? All right. So anyway, back to my story, y'all. So, oh, you got your popcorn? Thank you. Anyway, so where was I at? Oh yeah. So she's telling her about Kiki and stuff, and her mom, she's starting to get worried. Now Linda's starting to get really worried because now this girl, her daughter, is having these full-blown conversations with somebody who she can't see, and it looks like it's serious, and it don't like it's just a phase that she's going through, which is what the therapist told her. This is normal. 5-year-olds go through this. And the whole time, grandma is like, listen, y'all taking this girl to therapy. You need to be going to church, okay? You need to take her to church so we can find out what's going on with her. But ain't nobody trying to listen, right? So what does grandma do? Grandma starts getting her on her own, taking Miracle to church, okay? So let's fast forward a little while. Some other stuff happened that ain't really that big of a deal. Now, the parents, they decide, matter of fact, the mom decides to go into the, they so whack. See how they did that? Why they hide that? I'm back. Why would they hide that? No. So anyway, no, it's not any scary. So they go into, the mom ends up going into the old furniture store just to kind of try to talk to the older guy to kind of get some clarity, understand what's going on with her husband. But he can't really give her much information. He lets her know that that's something that they need to discuss. Well, there's a bowl of candy on the counter, and the bowl of candy, it's just like a regular candy that older people have, like the strawberries or whatever. And Miracle walks up to the bowl of candy, and she looks at him and she asks him, does he have a different kind of candy? Which y'all might have to help me with this part because I don't really know yet what old candy there is from a long, long time ago, like before I was born. But that's what I'm going to put in the story. But she asked him instead for this older piece of candy. And then it's kind of weird to him because the candy that she asked him for was the favorite, his late wife's favorite candy. So he's trying to, and this little girl shouldn't have no knowledge of this candy whatsoever. So he's trying to figure, thank you. That's a good one. So she goes in and she asks him, does he have any Boston baked beans? And he was like, some what? She was like, some Boston baked beans. And he was like, no, but it was weird to him because that was his wife's favorite candy. So he didn't understand what this girl knew about a Boston baked bean and them nasty things. But anyway, so they never really reveal, anything after that, or I don't, not yet anyway. We gotta put this thing on paper. So they leave, go back. Okay, so let's fast forward. So now I'm gonna make other things happen that are kind of weird like that too. But I want to tell you guys, the husband, what ends up happening is they cannot get their daughter to express herself. Only time she'll talk is when she's talking about Kiki. That's it. They cannot get her to express herself at all, no matter how hard they try. Now it's forcing the dad to, because they're concerned now for real, like taking her to doctors and stuff like that, except everywhere but church now. So they're starting to now, they're being forced now to focus on her. Like the dad now is being forced to focus on his daughter. The mom now is being forced to focus on her daughter. They're being forced now to focus on one another. And then when it gets to the point that that there's nothing else that they can do, the mom finally says, you know what? Okay, I don't know what else to do. I need to take my daughter to see to church. So they go into church, And then of course the book is going to take, be longer, but and it never gets perfect, of course, by the end. But eventually dad starts, he steps in. Maybe we'll be dramatic and make him step in the church like in the end or something like that, one good drama scene or whatever. And as time goes on, mom starts getting back in church and everything. And so what happens is we end up finding out later on that Kiki and Fifi, she tells her mom those are nicknames for she tells her mom those are nicknames. She does need Jesus. She tells her mom that those are nicknames that she gave her and her imaginary friend. And then by the end of the story, oh, I forgot to tell you guys too, the chair is very symbolic. The chair that he got her on their 1-year anniversary, that chair throughout this story is going to get wear and tear. She's not going to want to get rid of it. She's going to want to keep it because it's comfortable. All the ups and downs and the things that have happened in that chair, her crying at night, trying to figure out what's going on with her daughter, not knowing what to do about her spiritual warfare, everything is going to go back to this chair, okay? It's going to be very symbolic, and at the end, she'll get a new chair, but it's going to be very symbolic, okay? So they haven't had any kind of relationship, but now, fast forward, after they're being forced now to come together, things are starting to change. And by the end of the story, I'm going to tell you what's happening now. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to know what's really going on? By the end of the story, Miracle ends up telling them that her friend's name is Angel, right? And then this big old, it should be a movie, this big old dramatic scene and everything, right? Come to find out, the mama was pregnant with twins when she got in a car accident, right? So my nephew was trying to figure out, why is this man drinking? Why is this woman going through spiritual warfare if their child lived and they're okay from this accident? Well, she was pregnant with twins, and that's why, and they named one of them Angel, and they named the other one Miracle, and that's why it's called Angel Cry, because when they were neglecting her and not looking out for her, God sent her sister down as an angel to be there for her and look out for her because nobody else was doing it. Tell me it ain't a good story. God dog it. I know it is. I know it is. That should be a movie. That should be a movie, shouldn't it? And I don't even I don't know. I just think that's a good story. So when I told my dad the title, I said, I'm gonna name it Angel Cry. He said, wow, that's a powerful title. Like thinking of an angel crying. Well, we're gonna have to figure out how to lay that thing out, because I was like, I really was thinking about those people that write, what's those brothers that make those movies, the Fireproof and Courageous and War Room and Facing the Giants, all those movies. And I was like, man, it's like sometimes when you feel small, you feel like you don't have everything you need, and like I know a lot of people like me have ideas and stories and stuff, but it's just like you don't think that you have the people, or you don't think you know the right people and stuff to get this stuff out. And it just end up being just another great idea. I ain't trying to do that. I want to put some of this stuff on paper. I got a bunch of stuff, like I got a bunch of stories like that, like a whole bunch, a lot. Like I got stories for days. Stories for that. I got kids stories about puzzle pieces that be trying to fit in other spots, and then they feel like they don't matter. But if without that one piece, the picture it's not complete without that one piece. And your piece can't fit in another space, and another space can't fit in yours. So it's about um being comfortable in who you are and accepting yourself and loving yourself for who you are. Children's books about that. Me and my son walk through the house and we pretend like it's like, no, y'all not told y'all troll bridges and all this stuff. I write all the time. I write all the time. It's on paper. Most of it's on paper, and it's a lot of it's on my computer. I don't know. I just know it's gonna take time. That's all. But I'm writing it out. What y'all think about my story, though? I want the truth. You guys can give me some ideas if you want.
What are you up to?
Y'all want to know what inspired that story? I'm gonna tell you what inspired that story.
Let me tell you. When I drive limo, I used to work.
This doggone water is so good. You hear me? But what inspired that story is, I don't know the exact verse in the Bible or the exact story, but you guys know the story of, was it? I don't want to say it wrong. There was a king who I think he had leprosy, and the little servant girl told him that there was a guy who, or either was it another king that could heal his leprosy. So he travels to go find this man, and when he gets to the destination, the whoever the guy is sends a messenger out to the king and basically said, if you want to be healed, you need to go wash in that river. And he was like offended because this powerful man didn't come out, or this man didn't come out to greet him. He sent out a messenger to him. Well, he went and did what the man said do, and he was healed of the leprosy. And then when he went back, he went back to his town, and he showed everybody that he was healed or whatever. Well, we talked about that in church one time, and my pastor just really basically made it. He basically placed emphasis on the fact that in the Bible, they never even give this girl a name. Like, they never give her a name. They basically just call her girl and call her the servant girl. And he was doing a series called Season of the Little People. He was basically telling us and anybody else like us that's always had a servant's heart, that's always giving, but sometimes we just feel like you're not giving back to at some point. I'm not there anymore, but you get that when you feel like that sometimes. And he basically was just saying, it's your season now. Everything you've been doing, all your prayers, just being small, being in the background, it's gonna pay off soon. I haven't been up here. Well, since you made this thing so big, I gotta scroll over to see. An hour. I'm about to get off in a little bit though, because I know these people have something to do. I started as a play. That's a good idea. I didn't think about that. But yeah, hold on. But so anyway, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to. We'll see. But anyway, you guys, I need to get off of this thing here. AJ's supposed to be in bed. What time is it? Too late for you to be awake. Do y'all have Instagram? Miss Sheila, do you have Instagram? I need to get in contact with you.
Wait, is what's the name still up here? The Lion and God? Oh.
Yes, okay, I'm gonna add you on Instagram right now. Hold on one second. Do you have Instagram? Does anybody else in here have Instagram? These people are getting on my nerves always. Sub for sub, sub for sub, sub for sub. They get on my nerves.
What do we do? Alarm code 5555555. Please. Yes. It's the third, no? Let's just look around at it first. Yeah,
sleeping.
No, I want to lay down, but I'm waiting for food because I'm hungry.
Okay, Miss Sheila, I'm gonna check you out on that 7th video now. Let me see where I'm at with you. Getting ready for an evening. I'm at 10 out of 15. By the time I get up in the morning, and I'm gonna put it on repeat. So when I go to bed tonight, if it'll stay however long it stays on, that's how long it'll be on. I hope this is helping. I know it's not the same as a lot of people watching at one time, but I hope that it's helping you guys. But I have to go, guys, and tend to the little one. Look at his foot. Look at it. Look at his toe. Look at his toe. Look at his round toe. He got a round toe. I call it an Oreo toe. Look at his Oreo toe. Like an Oreo donut. His foot is just like his daddy's foot. All right, you guys. I love you all from the inside out. And tell them bye. Tell them bye, Mother.
Bye, guys.
Good night, guys. I'm getting tired.